This title is very weird to me. Prisoners living in open prisons. This is in Finland. I don't really know much about this kind of prison, so I'm just going to get right into it.
This man is serving a life sentence for murder.
I'm sorry, I'm a little body conscious, as you can see. I've gained a few pounds.
A dip in the frozen lake behind the prison is part of his regular workout routine.
No problem. It's okay. Okay, your turn.
Welcome to life in one of Finland's open prisons.
What?
There are no cell
seems
blocks
like a
here,
vacation-
just dormitories.
Seems
Mates
like a vacation destination. Seriously. How is this a prison? And it's there for murder. What the
come and
hell?
go in their own cars.
University campus.
When Matti
What?
isn't at the nearby university campus, he's in his dorm room, studying for a career in tech.
Some entrepreneurship books, marketing books, user experience, all kinds of digital and IT studies.
And we have this kind of normality principle that prisoners should be treated equally, even though they are prisoners, but they should have access to same services and rights as other citizens.
What?
In recent years, Finland has been named the happiest and safest country in the world. Citizens here enjoy generous public benefits, universal healthcare, subsidised daycare for children, and free college tuition.
What?
Promotional films like this, produced by Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency, document how prisoners are eased back into society, with work opportunities and help from counsellors. And the incarceration rate here is one of the lowest in Europe, a quarter of what it was in 1950. In Finland, only 1 in 3 former convicts ends up back in prison. Compare that to the United States, where 2 out of 3 get locked up again within 2 years of release. A 2018 bill included sentencing reforms meant to reduce what is referred to as recidivism, but they only apply to inmates in federal custody. Just 10%.
Man, this is so crazy to me. I get the concept because most prisoners, most people, like for example, now let me say someone mistakenly killed someone, for example, and it wasn't like premeditated murder, something like that. They planned it out and all that kind of thing. You're just like maybe 2 guys fighting and one of the guys kills the other guy. You'll probably go to prison, right? Yeah. So in that situation now, let's say it was someone like me, God forbid, I'm a good guy. I live life the right way and everything. Then I now go to some of these kind of prisons, like my country's prison or even the United States prison. And in that kind of prison, I have to try and toughen up. I have to try and be different. I have to do things that I've never done before, just so that I won't be bullied, so that I won't become the bottom bitch, and all that kind of a thing. So when I come out, I can't be the same. I wouldn't be the same. I'll probably be more vicious. I'll probably be more antisocial. So there will be a very, very high chance of me going back. That is true. That's actually very, very true. But if it was a prison like this, then I did something like that was a mistake and all that, and things like that, whatever, and I am being treated this way, and I have the chance to learn all these things for free, eat for free, do all these things, then I come out, I think I would be ready to come out to the society. So it actually makes sense. Like, at first I was thinking of it like, as I was watching the video, initially my brain was like, this is dumb, this is stupid, this is this is crazy. Are these people in an utopia or something? But I'm just thinking about it now. It actually makes sense. It does make some sense. But though there's some crimes that I just feel like those people don't deserve things like that. That's just me. Crimes like a serial killer, for example, a mass murderer, for example, a pedophile, for example, a rapist, for example. People like that, I just don't think they deserve this kind of treatment, because we have to understand that there are some sick people in this world, people that are actually sick, and people like that, if their reward for doing absolutely abominable things is to live like this guy, I think they would prefer that than be in the free world. What do you guys think? I mean, this whole thing is crazy, but I think it
Of the
makes some sense.
2.3 million people incarcerated in the US. Critics say the 2018 reforms are only a small first step and fall far short of the kind of meaningful change Finland is so proud of. The scale, of course, is different. Today there are fewer than 3,000 in the Finnish prison system. The number of people behind bars in the US is equal to half of Finland's total population. A reimagining of what prison looks like here started nearly 70 years ago, when this Scandinavian nation began building one of the most humane systems in the world. In some of the latest steps, Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency is investing heavily in technology training.
The first topic is what is AI, then the second topic, problem solving with AI.
And building a state-of-the-art smart prison for women. And even testing VR to provide an escape from the drab walls and fluorescent lighting of Turku, Finland's highest security closed prison. Mika, who is 10 years into a 15-year
This
sentence,
is crazy.
Joo.
is walking through a 3D forest.
Kamala ottaa noin lasin pois tiedäksä palata tähän todellisuuteen taas.
He appreciates the chance to interact with VR technology and learn the basics of working with computers.
Että sanotaan, lisään vielä tämän verran, että tämmöisiä vankeja, ketä on välillä käynyt vapaana ja tullut takaisin, niin on sanonut ihan suoraan, että ei siellä pärjää, niin kuin, että siellä on niin paljon erilaista tämä kaikki niin kuin tämmöiset, että kaikki on niin paljon tietokoneistettua, että olisi hyvä saada sitä oppia.
We try to educate the prisoners to use digital services in a meaningful way so that it would really help them to rehabilitate, and help them to take care of themselves and take care of their daily affairs and the kind of things, the kind of skills that you need when you reintegrate back to society.
Now Finland is investing in the infrastructure to support that readjustment. A €34 million prison that many hope will set the standard for the future. No bars, glass windows, an internet connection in every room, and small touches meant for comfort.
This is our specialty is divan. Yes.
When it opens in this fall, the brand new facility in Hämeenlinna is expected to be Europe's most high-tech women's prison. But just across the road, a reminder of the past. The old facility, built in 1972, once housed both men and women. It shut down in 2019 after years of disrepair, mould, and other reasons.
This was before toilet.
And where did they empty it?
I take this and put there.
Wow.
Terrible.
And just a few minutes' drive away, a relic built in the 19th century and modelled on the American style of prison that is still widely in use today. Cell blocks arranged in a radial floor plan, prisoners living in solitary confinement. This one is a museum now, preserved to show just how hard prison life here used to be. For Matti, the road to reform has led him to a career that he would never have dreamed of before. He connected with Reactor, a digital agency that designs online education courses. When they heard he was participating in this story, they invited him to give some feedback on the program.
I'm eager to hear, what did you think about the first course? What was your general impression about it?
It was shown quite simply what is AI, what isn't AI. So that was really good, and kind of like show that it's not about magic.
Seeing him in this meeting, it's easy to forget that Matti is still serving out his sentence for murder. In that time, he hopes to complete a university degree and start a business.
One way to get kind of like employed is, of course, self-employment. So, and a lot of prisoners have already the entrepreneurial mindset.
Based on Matti's recommendations, Reactor is planning to add an entrepreneurship course to the prison curriculum.
It has like enforced my trust in also like this Finnish prison system, where
Yes.
where like giving chances to put people like you, like
Yeah.
it's awesome.
After the meeting, Matti heads back to Louka prison. But he is excited
Wow.
for the future.
At the beginning of my sentence, I thought that there can only be negative things in being in prison, that basically life is over. But I think you should give people a chance. That's the most important thing.
He didn't give that person that he killed a chance, though. I mean, all this is well and good. It's all well and good. I get the reason for it. I understand why it is done. I think there are lots of positives to it. I think there are more positives than negatives. But I'm not really sure if I was a victim's relative, for example. Let me say he killed my dad or killed my brother in cold blood, and I'm seeing him living a life like this. I don't know how I will be able to handle it. I'll probably, especially if I'm really struggling, and I'm not doing well in the real world, I'll probably do something to him and go to this prison as well and also go and enjoy myself the way he is doing. Seriously, because sometimes I do understand that there are extremes to this. You have the Islamic countries that basically, like, theirs is crazy. But there's basically no crime there. You can have a Lamborghini, drive it, keep it open with the key inside there. Nobody's stealing it in Islamic countries. So you also have this one that is more liberal, but so that means and the crime rate is also low as well. So maybe I would put the Finland one in the extreme, and I also put the Islamic countries one in the extreme. So both of them are extremes in my opinion. The middle ground are places like the US, the UK, countries like that have the middle ground when it comes to prisons, the prison system. And I think that is the worst. I think you either have to go either way, because the US prisons, from what I read, is horrible. An innocent person going there, let me not say innocent, someone that was not a vicious person going there can come out becoming vicious. So I think either you become extremely liberal in your prison system. I think this is good. Like, I think it's a good thing, because it will bring the people that go there will come out better people. So it's good. Then the Islamic zone is also good, because I would like to live in a place that there's no crime whatsoever. So that's also good as well. The US and the UK, those countries that are kind of confused where they have to be, whether they're supposed to be liberal, whether they're supposed to be, conservative or whatever. That is where the problem is, and that's why you have high crime rates in countries like that. So I think it goes it that way. It goes it that way. I don't really know how to classify the one in my country, to be honest with you. I don't know how to classify it. But this was great. This was nice. But sometimes I always think about the person that was, murdered, things like that. And there are some crimes that I just look at it as abominable. Like, a human being that does something like that should not be taken care of. That's just how I look at it. Maybe second degree murder, manslaughter, I could even understand. First degree, premeditated, serial killers, rapists, pedophiles. Man, I don't know about you guys, man. That's just me. I guess I have an unforgiving heart, but there are some crimes that as long as I'm concerned, you are dead to me. I'll see you on the next one.